Yeah, so my name is Michael. I am a certified passive house consultant. I actually got this job working here at Hume because of that. You know, I had an adjunct professor who was coming here and visiting with the firm for the day, and I said, hey, throw my name in the hat, and he did, and here I am now. So being a certified passive house consultant means that we are, certified in the passive house building strategy, which is mainly just an advanced way of building when compared to the conventional way. So what a passive house is, it's just a higher performing home compared to our conventional building methods that we've always used. So this means we're going to have higher insulation values. We're going to have air tightness more than we've seen before. We're going to have high performing windows and mechanical systems and doors. So this is all things that are considered in a conventional home and a passive house. It's just really on the high efficiency side on the passive house compared to a conventional home. Different things about the passive house techniques that are different than the conventional is that we really focus on having a continuous insulation layer, which means that there is, no breaks in the insulation throughout the whole envelope surrounding the conditioned space of the residence. There's also air tightness that you have to be paying attention to, and with that you're pretty much just taping and sealing all penetrations, openings, doors, windows, anywhere that you cut through your exterior envelope, you're taping and sealing for that air changes. And then you actually have to do a blower door test to verify that you're hitting the mark that is required by FIAS. You're also using high performance windows and doors. There's triple glazing, pane windows, so what that means is that there's actually 3 panes of glass rather than like 1 or 2, which you would see in the typical home today. And that actually lowers the U value. So the lower the U value, the better the thermal resistance is. So pretty much like it's the level of insulation in that window. So the lower the U value, the better the insulation of that window is. There's also a reliance on very efficient mechanicals. So your envelope is so tight and you're using your continuous insulation layers, you don't need that much energy and that much heating or cooling to get to the desired temperature of your home. So what the high efficiency mechanicals do is actually they don't work that hard. They only just kick on to get to that stable temperature, but your interior of your home should remain a stable temperature. And we actually also use like a heat recovery ventilator or an energy recovery ventilator to take some of that energy back from the home and then reuse it. Another thing about passive house is controlling the moisture and vapor layers within your home. So as you live inside your home and you're just doing what you do inside your home, maybe you're cooking, maybe you're cleaning, maybe you're sitting and watching TV, moisture is created. So we actually use a smart vapor retarder in some cases where the moisture is allowed to dry out from the wall assembly because construction is wet. All of these materials that we use, they're wet, they need to dry out. So you hear the common term, a building needs to breathe. And I have a professor, a really good friend of mine who's always said, the building does not need to breathe, the building needs to dry. So using that smart vapor retarder, it allows moisture to exit the wall assembly, but then it doesn't allow the moisture that you're creating from inside your home to enter that wall assembly. Okay, so the current status of our project, we've been working on it in-house for probably like a year now. The problem with that is that when it's in-house, it gets put on the back burner. So don't come at us for that. But we have a really good floor plan set. We actually just started working on the design details. So we're putting together the sections, the details, and pretty much the construction document set for the build. We do need to still work with a mechanical engineer to get the mechanicals designed and laid out within our design. And then we have some other third parties that we need to be working with at this point to get us to that final passive house result. Now, I will say that we've been working on this for a year, and that because this is an in-house project, it does get put on the back burner. But at the same time, we're still very excited to see what this can become. We're just taking a little bit longer to get there, but that's because we're really busy working for you, designing your homes, building your homes, and we love doing that way more, and we want to focus on you as a client. So we do have a site picked out for this passive house. It was, there was a previous home on this site, so we definitely, I think, took that down, or somebody did. Home's not there anymore. We do have some site remediation to do. It's actually a beautiful site. It's right on the corner of a cornfield, or just a regular agricultural field, but it's just going to be beautiful, and it kind of it's up on the hill and it slopes down into the cornfield. So I think that's a really nice site, and that's where we will and we want to build this passive house. So the reason why I liked passive house design was because when I was going through school, undergrad and grad, I saw that this is where the building industry is heading. And may not be exactly passive house where the building industry is heading, but they do want higher R values. We're seeing that in code changes, and that we want more efficient homes. So this is a great way to get there. And yeah, that's passive house. It's okay.
You do whatever you like.
Yeah, here we go.
It's just one video.
Yep.
All right, we're rolling. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going? So my name is Michael, and I am also a passive house certified. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Hello again, my name is Michael. I'm coming at you this time as a certified passive house consultant. It's a little bit more advanced than our conventional framing techniques, and pretty much it has layers of continuous insulation, and those increase your R values. I kind of want to start again. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Delete it. Okay.
This is why I love recording with you. I always get a reel of